to talk about money. And they are absolutely correct. We are. But not only are we going to talk about money, we're going to really talk about creating wealth. And that's almost a totally different conversation. But anytime I get an opportunity to talk about business or talk about money, I only think it's fair that you should know a little bit about the person sharing information with you. So very quickly, my name is Chuck Hardon, and I was born and raised right here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I love to tell people that my story is not going to be that much different than anybody else's story out there. You know, we're all taught the exact same thing on what it takes to be successful living here in America. They say you need to go to school, you need to get good grades, so you can go to college. Then you go to college, you get more good grades, so you can go out there and get that good job. And if you work that good job really, really hard, if you show up early and stay late, that you can grow wealthy and successful. That's what they told me, and that's what I did. So after graduating from Tri-Cities High School, I attended Clark Atlanta University. I got me a degree in business, and I went out and I got that good job. And humbly, I would never complain about anything that me and my wife had. I love to tell people I feel we're very blessed. And I say we're blessed because we had food on the table. You know, we had cars in the driveway and we had a roof over our heads. So we're blessed. Because even in America, this is the richest country in the world. Some people don't even have that.
Right.
But we did get to the point where the lifestyle had caught up with the income. So no matter how hard I worked, I found myself living check to check, and even some months living check behind the check. So don't know if you guys can relate to that, but that was a very frustrating place because I'd done everything I was told to do. So I just found myself in a point where I was open and looking for some better information. And I was blessed enough not only to get the better information, I got around some serious people doing serious things in finance to help change my whole financial picture. So we are about to have that exact same conversation. Right? But I need y'all to do me a favor as we have this conversation. Don't judge me, okay? Don't judge the way I dress. Don't judge the country way I talk. I'm from Georgia. I got a Southern twang. I know that. You know? But more importantly, judge the information and ask yourself 3 questions. Number 1, does this make sense? In the economy that we live in right now, does this conversation make sense? Number 2, do we have a viable solution that anybody can use? And number 3, can you do it? If you can answer yes to all 3 of those questions, not only are we gonna lock arms, we're gonna bless a whole lot of people, and we're gonna make some money together. Or at the very, very least, I'm gonna give you guys some great ideas for things you can do for you and your family to put you in a better financial place. Now, if that sounds like a win-win situation for me, give it a thumbs up. Let me see if it sounds like a win-win. Okay, and for those of you guys who are not on camera, you can still participate in the conversation. There is a reaction button somewhere on your device to allow us to communicate, right? So, because 1, I do ask a whole lot of questions because I want to be sure we're on the same page. But number 2, I want to be sure you guys can hear me because we use this technology to communicate, and I'm what you call low tech, high check. I like making money, not very good at technology. Who know what I'm talking about? Let me see that. Right? If I can't turn the computer on and off and it fixes itself, it's broke. Okay, so look, I'm gonna share my slides, you guys, just so we can understand and be on the same page of where we are in our world right now. Because in our country right now, there is a great divide going on in our country. And it's getting bigger and bigger. Because when I was growing up, there were 3 specific classes of people. You had the upper class, you had the lower class, and then you had the middle class. And the majority of the population fell in the middle class, meaning they weren't rich, but they weren't struggling, right? They could retire comfortably, they could send their kids to college. They had a few good things going on for themselves. But as time has gone on, the middle class has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. Reason being, it's not because they don't work just as hard. It's not because they earn less money. There's some systematic things in place that are actually shrinking and creating roadblocks for people to create financial success. So these are the 4 roadblocks that you have to overcome, right? Roadblock number 1, we have taxes. Roadblock number 2 is debt. Roadblock number 3 is big business. I'm explaining to you what that is. And number 4 is inflation. These are the 4 roadblocks that are keeping you from your financial success. Now, I know people saying, how is taxes a roadblock? You guys have to understand that taxes is the largest expense that we all have to pay. It's your very largest expense. I know somebody said it's my kids. Nope, it's not your kids. It's not your spouse. Nope, it's not that. It's taxes. Think about this. Taxes takes the first 1/3 of your income goes to taxes off the rip. And think about all the different taxes that we pay. You got federal tax, you got state tax, you got local tax, you got city tax, you got county tax, you got sales tax, you got Avalon tax, you got property tax, you got estate tax, you got luxury tax, you got just cause tax. Like, it's so many taxes that we have to pay, right? Now, my conversation is not about tax evasion. I don't believe in tax evasion. As a matter of fact, I truly believe you gotta feed the goose that's laying the golden eggs. So we don't teach tax evasion, but what I will show you guys this evening is something called tax efficiency. So just paying what you owe and not a dime more. Now, challenge number 2 is debt. And I'm sure we can all relate to this particular topic, right? Because I'm sure, well, let me not assume. Who on the line right now got some debt in their life they love to get rid of? Give me the thumbs up. Let me see. How about that? Who got some debt in their life they mad they even got into? How about that? Give me the thumbs up. Like, how the hell did I do that? All of us do. But again, it's the way we're programmed. We're programmed to pay it off later mentality. Think about this. If you want to buy a house and you don't have the money, they say, don't worry about it. Get a mortgage, get a loan. If you want to buy a car and you don't have the money, oh, don't worry about it. Get a car note. If you want to go to college, but you cannot afford that education, they say, oh, don't worry about it. Get a loan. Everybody got student loans. So they put us in position that we're not buried in debt, but you barely keeping your head above water. So tonight, I'm going to show you a system that's not going to only show you how to minimize your debt. I'm going to show you a way to 100% eliminate your debt when you don't owe nobody nothing, right? Now, challenge number 3 is probably the hardest one to overcome because it is all mental. We nicknamed it big business, but it's actually just bad programming. You know, corporate America spends millions of dollars every single day in marketing and advertising, trying to figure out how to get more of your money out of your pocket every day. And they've even entwined it into our lifestyle. Let's just think about this. Right now, we're in the month of July. In the month of July, we celebrate, well, some people celebrate 4th of July. Me and my friends, we call it National Cookout Day. Okay, who remember National Cookout Day about a week or so ago, right? It's National Cookout Day. So we can all admit that we spent a little more money, maybe on some adult beverages, maybe on some barbecue. Oh, so I'm the only one that had a drink on July. Y'all really tripping on the webinar today. Y'all know y'all had a little sip on something.
Some water.
Just
think
water.
about this, right? So that's just the month of July. But watch this. In the month of August, you got back to school. In September, they're going to celebrate Labor Day. October is Halloween. An entire industry built on one day. In November, the actual holiday is Thanksgiving, which is my favorite holiday. It's all about being thankful and grateful for what you have. But think about what corporate America did. They created Black Friday. They created Cyber Monday, Brown Thursday, Tech Tuesday. Next year, you're going to hear about what you want Wednesday. Just go get whatever you want. It don't even matter what it is, right? In December, we got Christmas. January, we got New Year's. February, we got Valentine's Day. March, we got spring break. April, we got Easter. May, we got Mother's Day. June, we got Father's Day. July, then we land right back in July, every month. And that doesn't even include birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, all the ways that we celebrate people. Now, to be totally transparent, I see nothing wrong with celebrating. As a matter of fact, I love having a good time. When you get to work with me, you're gonna find out that I turn up very quickly. But what I don't think is that we need to go into debt to show someone that we love them or that we are proud of them. So instead of spending money every single month, we're gonna show you a system that can have your money make money every single day, every day. And that's so key when it comes to creating financial success, because we cannot get around the 4th challenge, which is inflation. Inflation we cannot get around. And for those who have heard the word but not familiar with what it is, it's simply the cost of living increasing just a little bit every single day. Every day it costs a little more just to live in our country, right? And I'll give you a good example. let's just say a year ago, right? A year ago, I could go to the grocery store with $100 and I walk into the car with a buggy. I take that same $100 to the grocery store right now, I'm leaving with a few bags in my hand. Who know what I'm talking about? Right?
Yep.
That's inflation. Same bread, same milk, same eggs. It just costs a whole lot more. Because in our country, business owners dictate the price of goods and services. So they can go up on their price whenever they choose to. We have to be in position to go up on our income the exact same way. The challenge is most of us are not 100% in control of our income. So I'm about to explain a strategy you guys can use to not only expand your cash flow, I'm gonna show you a way to increase your income, not just to match inflation. I'm gonna show you how to outpace inflation, okay? Now, and I'm speaking to you guys from a position of strength because I'll be totally transparent. I didn't make any of this stuff up. I am a product of the product, meaning someone had to share it with me because I was that guy that graduated from college. I could barely find me a job that was gonna pay me 30, but all my friends owed 80. How's that supposed to work out, right? But if you work hard enough, you can start to make 50. Then I started to make 70. I got up to 90. I got to 100, 120. And even though I was making more money, I still felt like I was living check to check. Let me explain to you why. Who's ever heard this phrase before? The more you make, the more they take. Who's heard that? Give me the thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
It is 100% accurate. So if you don't figure out a way to keep them from taking so much, no matter how much money you make, you're gonna always feel like you ice skating uphill. So what I did was partnered up with the Extra Digit Movement and MWR Financial. And all the Extra Digit Movement is, we are a group of individuals from all across the country, all different walks of life, all different backgrounds, different occupations. We have different goals and different dreams, but we have one very common objective. At the end of the day, we all want to be successful financially. Matter of fact, if that's you and you on this line and you go to work every day right now because you want to be successful financially, give me the thumbs up. So that means we know we were put here to do more than just work, pay bills, and die. Right? So we have to create that level of financial success. And the Extra Digit Movement educates our community just on how to maximize the economy that we live in. Because we live in a capitalistic economy. So we teach people how they can capitalize and not just be capitalized on. So everything that I'm going to go through right now, not only are we going to teach you the information, we're going to give you a system to implement every single thing that we're about to go through. Everything, this next 15, 20 minutes, we're going to give you a system to implement every single part of it, okay? So the Extra Digit Movement come up with education, and MWR Financial helps create what we have to do. So let me make sure. My theme for this conversation right now, if you get this, this can change your life. Money is a tool, not a goal. I need y'all to write that down somewhere. Money is a tool, not a goal. We were taught to go out and get a job to pay you $10 an hour, get a job to pay you $20 an hour, get a job to pay you $50 a year, $60 a year. And that was our goal. They didn't teach us how to follow through to turn that cash into a tool. Because if the only way a tool can serve you is if you put it to work. Just like if you have a hammer, if the hammer is just sitting in the drawer, it does not serve you. As a matter of fact, if you give a hammer to a little kid, they can test some stuff up. Matter of fact, they might even hurt themselves, right? But if you give that hammer to a craftsman, he can build you a home. So not only do you need to put the tool to work, you have to put it to work with the right information, things that can more benefit and better you. So we partner with MWR Financial, which stands for Making Wealth Real Financial, and they teach us the three main things you need to do with your money. The first thing you gotta do is learn how to save your money. The second thing is how to make more money. And the third thing is how to grow your money. I'm gonna take a quick pause and let y'all write these down. Either do a screenshot, snapshot, photographic memory, carry a picture, whatever you gotta do. This is the slide that you wanna learn right here. These are the three things right here. Now, when it comes to saving money, we're not just talking about putting an extra $50 in the cookie jar. We're not just talking about putting the extra $100 under the mattress. We're going to show you a way to increase your cash flow to bring in hundreds of thousands of dollars back into your household every single month. Every month. And not just by saving it, we're going to show you how to grow it. Okay. So when it comes to increasing your cash flow, we have to do three things. We're going to help minimize your taxes. We're going to help you minimize your debt. And we're going to help you minimize expenses. When those three things go down, your cash flow goes up. Now, the question becomes how? Mr. Hardon, how do you minimize taxes? Everybody got to pay taxes, and you are correct. Well, MWI Financial offers us a membership, the Financial Edge membership, to help us with those three things. So once you establish your membership, you have unlimited access to certified financial planners. You have unlimited access to CPAs, to people that are certified with the IRS to help you become tax efficient. As a matter of fact, one of the strategies they're going to teach you is how to properly adjust your W-4. Now, you may not be familiar with your W-4. You're probably more familiar with your W-2 because you get one of those every year. Mm-hmm. But if you receive a W-2, that means you have a W-4 on file at your job. And the IRS has shared with us that 88% of the country has that form filled out incorrectly. 88%. So in working with our experts, they help you make a simple adjustment to that W-4 to give you, in most cases, an instant pay raise on your paycheck from your job. So more cash flow coming back to you. As a matter of fact, I know we got some people on the line that actually went through this particular strategy that we use. So if I could just get anybody on the line, I don't have to pick, whichever one of y'all want to volunteer, just to share with how much you got back when you did your increase or work with the experts in adjusting your W-4.
Hi, Chuck. This is Monica from New York. We're doing a splendid job, I might add.
Thank you, Monica.
You're welcome. With a tax deduction strategy, they say before I was overpaying tax $503 every 2 weeks. Okay, so I'm getting over $1,006 back into my household per month. That's over $1,000 annually that I'm receiving back. I was overpaying. It's like ridiculous.
Wow.
With that, I can snowball and pay off my mortgage in a fast amount of time.
So let's get it straight, just for the guests that's on the line. You adjust a W-4 one time, and the next month there's additional $1,000 on your paycheck from your job. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Now, did you have to work any more hours for that $1,000?
Not an hour or a minute.
Did you have to sell any product for that $1,000?
No lotions or potions.
And it's been $1,000 every month since.
Ever since.
Now that's called winning right there, you guys. That's called winning. Thank you so much, Ms. Monique. Now, who else wants to share their testimony of what they were able to get back on their W-4?
Hey, Hollywood.
Oh, I see you, Ms. Vonderbell. I see you. I see you.
Super excited. First of all, let me say you're doing a great job on this call tonight. I uploaded my tax documents from the previous year, 2 pay stubs and my driver's license. Within the first week of joining the business, the experts submitted my updated W-4 and my paycheck increased $800.
$800 back into the household.
Absolutely.
Oh, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Now, Mona, what do you do for a living?
I teach 3rd grade for Birmingham City Schools.
Thank you for your service. We sure appreciate you. We do. We do. How many of you guys know a school teacher that could use an extra $800 back into their check right now? Let me go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you know somebody need an extra, right? Again, and let me help you guys out really, really quickly, because I know some of you guys are thinking that, well, why is there a difference? She got back 1,000, she got back 800. Let me let you know, our experts work with, we don't have like a cookie cutter system. So everybody won't get back the exact same thing, right? So it doesn't matter what it is. They want to be sure your W-4 is correct. But let me ask you a question. Whether you get back $80 on your check or you get back $800 on your check, who want their money on their check? Give it a thumbs up. Let me see. That's easy enough, right? Now, remember my theme, money is a tool. So we don't get the extra money just to go out and start spending it. We put that money to work, right? So the second part of our strategy is our debt elimination strategy. Keyword is elimination. And we're not just talking about credit card debt. We're talking about credit cards, car notes, mortgages, student loans, medical bills, anything that can get paid off, you load into this particular part of the system. and they're going to systematically show you how to pay it off and pay it off in a reduced time frame. And I'm not just saying taking a 30-year mortgage down to 25 years. You can take a 30-year mortgage down to 12 years, down to 8 years based on your situation. So imagine this, you guys. Imagine if you made the exact same amount of money that you make right now, but you don't owe anybody anything. How much easier is life right there? Yeah. I know most of y'all on mute, but somebody in the house speaking in tongues right now, like shabalaka, shabazz, and loose. Right? So let me ask anyone who want to volunteer to give their debt-free day, because what our company does is they put it together for you, put your game plan to show you when you can be debt-free. Anybody want to volunteer their testimony?
I got one for you.
Okay, I see you, Steph.
So let me tell you how happy I am about this. When I first got started, I had some debt, you know, traveling, shoes, whatever. But I was able to team up with the experts, upload all of my debt. And at first they gave me 2 years, or at first it was 17 years. It took me down to 2 years.
Wow.
However, I just don't like spending money to other people. Like I want my money to stay with me. So I just updated it yesterday, paid off a lot of debt, and I will now be debt free in 8 months.
Come on now.
One more than
Whoa.
Come on now.
That's called celebrate. That's where we celebrate. So Steph, they took you from 17 years, from 17 down to 2, and then 2 down to 8.
Yep.
You know, that is called winning, right? And winning on a big
it
level.
is.
Anybody else got a debt-free date they want to share?
Yeah, I'll share mine as well. Prior to MWR, I would have been in debt for 84 years, but now I'll be debt free in 9 years. So May of 2030, I will be completely debt free. That's student loans and everything.
So that's student loans, mortgage, everything.
Yep, everything will be paid off in 9 years. So they saved me like 75 years and $100,000 in interest.
There we go. There we see how we got to understand the new free is debt free, not owing nobody nothing. Okay. So we talked about minimizing taxes. We talked about minimizing debt. The third thing we got to do is minimize expenses. And one of the most consistent ways to minimize your expenses is to increase your credit. Yeah, see, when your credit score goes up, your interest rates go down. And part of our program is a credit restoration program. Yeah, we do not do credit repair. Credit repair is like putting a Band-Aid over a broken bone. We do credit restoration, where we rebuild and enhance your credit. So not only it goes up, but more importantly, it stays up. And the great thing about our program is that they work with you from where you are. So if you got good credit, they can make it great. If you got great credit, they can make it pristine, right? Because I thought I had great credit. I did, because I was consistently around 750, 760 all the time. But since it came with the membership anyway, all I did was upload my 3 credit reports and then I walked away. About 2.5 months later, I got a notification that my credit had gone up to 805. Then it went up again to 811. Then it went to 817. Now they currently have me at 823. Y'all see this right now?
All right.
823. Yeah, I know. Somebody just thought, man, I got real cute real quick. I know what you were thinking. Drop right now. That 823. I'm gonna get me a chain and just wear it around my neck. Just wear a picture around my neck, just like this right now, right? Anybody else want to give their credit back or their credit restoration testimony on how quickly they see jump in their credit?
I can.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Deanna, I saw you. Let's go.
Okay, so I finally uploaded mine and I went from a 535 to a 580. Then now it's currently actually at a 620, when like 2 weeks ago before my vacation, it was at 611. And I went from nothing less than a 30% interest rate to a 9%, which is
right. Let's go. That's called winning. We still moving. We still moving with that. Who else got a testimony they can share with us?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
So listen, so my wife's credit score, we uploaded both of them at the same time, because that $79 pays for you and your spouse, or whoever you live with in your household, right? So her credit score shot up almost 50 points within the first like 45 days, and climbed after that, and a total of almost 200 points collectively But more importantly, we are now refinancing our third mortgage right now. So
there we go.
Good job.
There we go. There we go. Y'all got to put it to work. You got to put them credit scores to work, right? So look, that's one of the ways that we help minimize your expenses is by increasing your credit. Now, we also have with your membership our bill reduction strategy. Now, this particular strategy negotiates those bills that you can never pay off. For example, your cell phone bill, your internet bill, your trash bill, your alarm system bill, whatever bill it is, you upload it to the system and the professional negotiators go to work on your behalf. So I uploaded like my cable bills. I had the internet, cable, and phone bundled up together. They got me back an additional $48 a month back on that bill. Now, I promise you, I've been blessed to make a lot of money in my life, but I was so doggone excited about that $48. I said, just because I wasn't giving it to them no more, right? So understand whichever bill it is. Who else got a bill shredded testimony they want to share with us?
Hey, Chuck, I have one.
Okay.
They actually lowered my cell phone bill $28 and my cable bill $25. So like $53. That's pretty cool.
So $53 back into the house. Mama, this is what I got to tell people. My daddy taught me money saved is money earned.
Yes.
Right.
So think about what we just did. We just minimized your taxes, we minimized your debt, and we minimized expenses. All of those things increased your cash flow. We have experts in place to put it to work for you. And the best thing about it is the membership to get all of that is only $79 a month. $79 a month. There's no contract. There's no long-term obligation. You use the membership as long as it serves you. And it also, like Mr. Dana said, it includes you and your spouse. See, y'all ain't got to argue about who's going to get their credit fixed first. They're going to fix both of y'all credit. Y'all got to argue about the W-4 adjustment. They're going to adjust both of y'all W-4. Y'all got to argue about silly stuff no more. Right? Hard enough being married, right? So again, this is how we help you save money. All right. But that's just step number one in our process. Now, of course, we also talked about making more money. Right? We're going to make more money. Let me just ask a question. Who on the line would like to make more money? And I did say more, not more. I don't care. I'm country. That don't bother me at all. More money. Who like to make more money? Give me the thumbs up.
We do. Cool.
Right? And when we're saying we're going to make more money, we're not just talking about getting a second job. My daddy told me 2 jobs are for 2 people. We're going to show you how to create a consistent residual stream of income above and beyond what you get from your job right now. Now, what you have to do is understand that in order to do that, you don't need to get another job. What's the best way to do it is to start you a business. Yes, as a matter of fact, starting you a home-based business, which is what we do. Because now that you started a business, you get to maximize on the taxes. And hold on, let me take a quick pause. I just felt it come into the room. I felt somebody say, oh man, I'm not an entrepreneur. That's not my thing. You know, I'm not really a business person. I'm conservative. I understand all of that. And let me help you with this too. I 100% agree that entrepreneurship is not for everybody, but business ownership is. And that's 2 different things, because now that you're a business owner, you get the tax benefits of a business owner. If you don't have a business, at the max, you can get about 9 tax deductions at the max, and most likely you're not getting all 9. But if you're a business owner, you have access to 475. Come on now, you know, 475, right? And because we're a home-based business, you get an opportunity to write off things you're doing right now anyway. Because it's a home-based business, a portion of your home is tax deductible. That means a portion of your rent or mortgage, your light bill, your water bill, your gas bill, right? Miles you drive in your car, even money you pay your kids can be tax deductible. Let me ask you guys a question. Who on the line right now pays rent or mortgage right now? Give me the thumbs up. Okay, if you pay a light bill, give me the thumbs up. Water bill, gas bill, internet. Okay, well, the rest of y'all don't pay no bills, but y'all live all inclusive? Where y'all live? Where y'all stay at? My goodness, right? Look, we pay these bills anyway. Because we're a home-based business, the government allows you to write off a portion of all of those bills. The only thing is the government requires that you must do it the right way, and we're going to teach you how to do that, and that you track it. And you get an app that you download to your phone to track all your expenses for you. So to keep this concept very simple, as a consumer, you have bills. As a business owner, you have expenses. Expenses are tax deductible, bills are not. So we teach you how to take those existing bills, transition them into expenses. Now you get to write off your lifestyle. Because you're gonna pay those bills anyway, yes or yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? So that's called anyway money. Now the question becomes, what kind of business, Ms. Arden? What is our business? Well, MWR allows us to partner with them in business. We're in partnership with MWR. And the great thing with our partnership is even though MWR is a multi-million-dollar company, they don't charge us millions of dollars to be in partnership with them. Nope. To get your MWR business or franchise started, it's only $228 to get started. And that includes your website, your capture pages, your marketing material, your back office system, all the training and support comes in at $228. And it's $119 a month to maintain your business. And the best thing about that $119 a month, it includes the full Financial Edge membership that we just talked about. It's included in the $119, right? So let me give you the cheat code right here. Let me say why I get so excited about this, right? Because if you take advantage of this particular part, if you're paying attention to my conversation, you paying $119 and $228, those numbers are 100% tax deductible because you need it to fund your business. But it also includes the membership. So if you think about this, you're paying $119 a month, but you get to write off somebody fixing your credit. You get to write off somebody giving you an instant pay raise. You get to write off somebody helping you become debt free. Y'all don't miss that. That's huge. You get to write that off, and that's things that we're gonna do anyway, okay? So the tax benefits are great, but more important than saving money on taxes is actually making money. We get an opportunity to make money with MWR by simply exposing people to this information. So if you decide to be in partnership with MWR, and just like with anything else in any partnership you're a part of, everybody has a role and responsibility. If you decide to take advantage of this particular part, your role would be to simply expose people to this information. Note I said expose, not explain. You expose people to the information. And there's so many ways you can do that. We have conference calls, we have online videos, we have webinars just like we're doing right now. And the great thing about exposing people to the information is you don't even have to be the person giving the information. As a matter of fact, look at the person that invites you to this particular webinar right now. Go ahead, take a look at them, where they at. You might have to scroll, we got a few pages going here, right? What is that individual doing? But let me tell you, nothing. They offer me no water, nothing. No, I'm doing all the work. Let me take a sip of water. I ain't been,
I had telekinesis, I'll give it to you.
Right? So can you do that? Can you invite people to a webinar and allow someone else to explain the business for you? See, if you can, not only can this grow into a large business, this can grow into a very large income. Because the great thing about it is you don't geographically have to be where the people are. I'm sure you know people all over the country. So imagine being able to make money in every time zone available in the United States. As a matter of fact, why don't you just type in the chat, represent your city and state so people can see the range of people that we have checking in from all over. Just represent for yourself as I talk about this money. Because we get paid about 10 different ways in our company, 10. Now, I do not have time to go through all 10. As a matter of fact, I'm going kind of long right now. So I'm going to explain to you a few and just know that everything else is gravy on top of that, right? And Lazonda, I see you got your hand up. I'm taking care of your question at the end. Is that cool? Give me a thumbs up.
I made a mistake.
Okay. Well, I catch your question anyway. You can make one up.
Okay.
So look, y'all, this is how we get paid. This is how we get compensated. All we do is share this information with people. If they decide to get started through your website, MWR is going to compensate you for that. So let's say you invite someone to the webinar that we're going to be doing tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. We got another one just like this. All right, tomorrow at 7. If someone decides to get started as a customer and just want to use the membership, MWR is going to compensate you $40 2 days later. If they decide to be a business partner, MWR is going to compensate you $50 2 days later. They also have a momentum bonus that's available that can help you earn, if people want to earn a large amount in a short period of time, anywhere from $150 up to $1,500 in your first 90 days of business. The company gives you 90 days to do it. Guess what? You don't need to take 90 days. Some people did it in 60 days. Some of us did it in 30 days. No, I said us. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm just joking. Y'all gotta have some fun with this thing, right? But again, you can do it as quick. How about this? My mentor did it in 9 days. He just blew me out the water, right? So there's no one that can hold you back, right? But all of these bonuses that we're showing on the page right now, all of these are one-time bonuses, all right? We also get paid residual income. Now, this is a wealth principle that most people that you look up to that are wealthy, this is a principle that's engaged into their compensation, and we have it in ours. Because I wasn't used to residual income. I was used to linear income, meaning you work an hour, you get paid an hour. No work, no pay. Who's familiar with that? Y'all heard that before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Residual income is doing something one time and getting paid over and over and over again. In the music industry, it is called royalties. If you write a book, it's called publication.
Okay.
If you do a television show, it's called syndication.
Mm-hmm.
Over here in MWR, we call it what you want.
Okay.
You want to get paid that way. That's what you want, right? So let me
Yeah.
show you exactly the residual components in our compensation plan. One, we have a luxury vehicle bonus that's additional to what we just showed you. It's everywhere from $500 a month up to $3,000 per month. And the great thing is you don't even have to buy a new vehicle. You can use that money to pay off the car you're driving right now. We have a presidential bonus that can grow up to $100,000. But what most people love with our compensation plan is something called our daily guarantee. Daily guarantee. And the reason people love it is you got to understand, you got to use your context clues. It's daily and it's a guarantee. You got to use your context clues when you're trying to figure something out. Daily guarantee, context clues, right? Because you get it every single day. And the great thing is that the number grows. It starts at $5 a day, but it can grow all the way to $1,000 per day based on the size of your organization. Now, I know $1,000 a day just blew somebody's mind. That's like 30 grand a month. So let me underpromise and overdeliver. Let's talk about $5 a day. Let's keep it in perspective. I know $5 won't retire anybody on this line. But if you take $5 and multiply by 30 days, that's an additional $150 per month coming in month after month after month. Simple question. Would it help on top of what you're already doing right now? Who use extra $150? Give me a thumbs up. Let me see.
Yes, well.
Okay, so that's not everybody. Okay, that's not everybody. Not quite. Okay, now don't put your thumbs up now. It's too late. It's too late. Now you done missed the $5. You're funny acting, so you missed your $5. Okay, how about that? How you like them apples? You know what I'm saying? Right? I'm just kidding. So look, the next level though is $20 a day of daily guarantee. Now $20 times 30 days is an additional $600 per month coming in month after month after month. Simple question, would it help on top of what you're already doing right now? Give me the thumbs up. And we already have people earning this money already. It's no longer theory. As a matter of fact, I see Mr. Anthony Clemens on the line. I always like to call on him because he always try to be quiet, shy. But Mr. Clemens, do me a favor, man. How do you know you're getting your daily guarantee every single day? How do you know that your money is getting loaded up every single day?
Chuck, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, awesome. Well, every day at 5:03 or 5:01, I get a message that says, can you see it?
Hold on still. Come back the other way. Oh, there it is right there.
Every day.
Every day.
$20 a day, $20 a day,
$20 a day, every day.
Every single day, sir.
Awesome. Mr. Clemens, let me ask you a question. What do you do for a living?
I'm a teacher.
You a teacher. Let me ask you guys a question. How many of y'all know some teachers that can use an extra $600 every month?
Oh, yeah.
We blessing people out here, right?
Yes.
We blessing them right here, right? And again, it doesn't stop at $20 a day. Let me show y'all this real quick. Look at this. See, I gotta hold it still, right? And focus, bam. Look at that. See this?
Lord.
Y'all see that?
What did it say?
Oh, hold on. I'll let you
Jesus.
Oh, $100 a day. Okay.
My God.
see this.
Wow.
Yeah. I catch a cramp in my finger if I just keep rolling like that. Catch a cramp in my finger. Right? Somebody asked me, does it come on Sunday? I'll be like, Sunday is a day. Does it come on a holiday? I say a holiday is a day. If they make up another day, we're gonna get it that day too. It's every day.
Every day.
So look, and I show you this. Let me just be transparent. I know I joke around a lot. I appreciate y'all putting up with my personality, but look, I don't show y'all that to impress you. I show it to you to impress upon you that anybody can do what we do. You don't have to quit your job to do this. Guess what? I didn't. I still work a full-time job right now. So let me ask you a question. Can an additional $100 a day do something different for you and your family in your life right now? Give me a thumbs up. Right? And what some people are saying is that, well, Mr. Hardon, I'm not like you. I don't have your personality. I'm kind of shy. You know, I don't know how to work this business. Don't worry about that, because we have training and support to teach you how to build this business.
Okay.
We have weekly trainings. We have online trainings. You will never lack for information. All you have to do is plug in and follow the system, because we already have a system that works. Y'all follow? Okay, because now we get to the good part, because we talked about saving money. We talked about making more money. Remember, money is a tool. We're not making this money just so we can spend it. We're making the money to put it to work. So the third thing that we got to do is you have to grow your money.
Your money.
Yes, indeed. And I'm gonna give you guys this one for free. I got to look in the eyes to give you guys this one, because this is what we really got to understand. This is what you got to understand. No matter what you do for a living, no matter how good you are what you do for a living, there will come a point in time in life that you will not be able to earn income. But there will never be a point that you won't need income. So you have to put yourself in position, not where you're just saving money, but that you are literally growing money. Because we heard this growing up. You should not work for money, but you should have money working for you.
Yeah.
If you ever heard that, give me a thumbs up. If you ever heard that before, right?
Yeah.
No one ever taught us how to do it. They said it, but they didn't teach us how, right?
Mhm.
So I know a lot of you guys are familiar with investing in your 401k. Let me let you know that's a great thing, especially if they match. But let me also be transparent about the 401k. It's not enough. Because one, they do limit how much money you put in, and two, it's directly attached to the stock market. So when the stock market crashed 10 months ago, guess what happened to everybody's 401k? It crashed as well.
Yeah.
So what we had to learn places where we can invest our money and still get double-digit returns. So another part of your business and your membership is the growth aspect of what we do, because they show us different places we can grow our money. So one of the things they're going to teach you about is something called the private reserve account. Right? This is an account where you can invest your money into, and I love it because we all know the stock market bounces up and down all day, every day.
Right.
The difference with the private reserve account is as the stock market goes up, so does the money. When the stock market drops, it levels off. It doesn't go down. When it starts to go back up, it grows again. When it drops, it levels off. So it puts you in position where you never lose.
Yeah.
Second good thing about it is that your money is growing tax-free. And the third thing is that you have access to your money before retirement age. Oh, you guys, the private reserve account is a game changer. It's something that's been around for years and decades. So it's not new, it's just new to us. Now that we know about it, we telling la-da-da to everybody. Everybody got to hear about this. We ain't holding it back. We're gonna run and tell that. We gonna help everybody get wealthy, because that's where the wealthy people have been putting their money. Right? We also have land banking and a private reserve account. But since I had this gentleman on the line, he spoke up earlier, but it's very rare that you get a caliber of a Dana Turnquist that can actually take time out of his day to jump on a webinar. I mean, this gentleman was already successful in his corporate America career. He also has several rental properties, already successful investor, but saw what we were doing here it not only jumped on board to take advantage of for himself, but he really saw an opportunity to bless other people. He saw an opportunity to show other people a gateway to creating that success. So, Nana, brother, if you could do me a quick favor, man, just give us your perspective on the land banking and the real estate that we're able to invest in right now, man. I really appreciate it, bro.
Absolutely. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got a brand new microphone, so I'm making sure it works properly. Try to be high
Mic
tech.
check.
I'm trying to be high tech like your big brother over there, right? So listen, folks, I absolutely talk about land banking and real estate. Those are some of the things that attracted me to this. Actually, we just started doing the real estate stuff, but it was really, the work that Chuck was doing and Rick, his brother, that attracted me to this team, because Chuck's leadership, Chuck's energy, his personality, the fact that Chuck will do anything for his community. He was already also successful in some of the stuff that he was doing, and his leadership skills and his dynamic presentation and everything about him is what really made me really run with this business. So I gotta give you your flowers too, Chuck, because you were powerful. And of course, Rick also. Rick and I read the same books. Rick and I invest in some of the same things. So you and your brother, man, that's a big key to my success. So I got to give it to both of you folks for that. But I'll tell you this, folks, Chuck talked about the private reserve account and land banking. Those two pieces were available when I first got here. And I'll tell you this, I've been a real estate investor since 2005. I've worked in corporate America. I work in education now. I've made good money for most of my life. I have never gotten a seat at the table for buying land in the path of growth. Mm-hmm. Every single one of us has seen some development go up, and that used to be nothing but dirt. We saw some Walmart or some Target or some big supermarket area be developed where there was nothing but trees and deer, and now it's a multi-billion-dollar plaza. Yep. And none of us got that phone call to invest in that. Now we will. Through our company, MWR, and our wealth accumulation department, we can get that phone call. We can invest like the big boys. Our company has land at wholesale that we can sell at retail in some future date. Mm-hmm. That is in the path of growth in one of the most overpopulated parts of the United States. It's actually one of the most overpopulated parts of the world, but it's the most overpopulated part of the United States, and that's Southern California. So we can now get that phone call, Chuck, to be at the table to buy land that's going to quadruple and maybe even 10x over the time that we own it, and then sell it when it's at its peak price.
That's right.
And because of the private reserve account that Chuck talked about, if we want to invest in real estate and have other people do all the work, have experts do the renovation, get the buyer, get the seller, find the property, have all of that work done, and all we have to be is capital contributors, meaning we just got to give some money and then get it back on the back end. We can make money in real estate, no license, no expertise, no tenants, no toilets, no Tylenol, and we can make money in real estate now and invest in land because of being a part of this MWR team. So you add those two things to the private reserve account and how we can grow our money. I have never seen all of that under one umbrella. And I've been in the home business industry for several years, and I've been in the real estate investment industry for several years. I've never seen it. I've been looking for it. And that's why when I saw this thing, when you guys called me back last June, that's why I was all in, brother. So I appreciate the time to talk, and I appreciate your leadership, sir.
Hey, man, I appreciate you sharing it with us, man. That real estate piece is so key that I don't want people to miss out on the fact that, because we all see the HGTV shows where they do the fix and flip, right? And the best part about the show is at the end when they show how much money they made. We get to participate in that now. And they gonna find the property, they gonna find the contractors to fix it up. They actually gonna find the end buyer. All we do is follow along on our app to see, okay, they put the floors in, great. Okay, the walls are up, great. Okay, the sink's in, great. Time to cash out. So we get to participate in that without having to be the expert, right? So I know both of us in real estate, that's something that's amazing that we've not been able to actually benefit or take advantage of that we now can, right?
Hey, Chuck, you want to add something else?
Yes, sir.
So I went to our real estate portal on our members page, because everyone who's a member, they have their own membership access page. And I clicked on Ask an Expert for the real estate part, and that's if I could refinance one of my properties through MWR. And I got a call back from the CEO of U.S. Housing Exchange.
Come on now.
Come on now.
Come on now. It's all about who you know in life, man. It's all about who you know. I appreciate you, bro.
It's all about having that membership.
Exactly. Exactly, guys. So again, it's key that you take advantage of everything that's available, you guys. And we have so many more testimonies of people that's having success. And all you have to do is see how you want to fit into the game, right? But since I do have my big brother on the line, he was all the way in Las Vegas. I didn't think he was going to be able to jump on because they're on a different time zone, and he been out there getting it in, having a good time, but learning a lot. But I have so much respect for him because you guys know I'm the younger of the two. He's my older brother, significantly older. Okay, okay, we're just 2 years apart, but still, it makes me feel better to say that he's older, right? But I mean, a true professional, already a six-figure earner just in his corporate America career. And I'm gonna let you know, the first figure ain't a 1 or a 2. The boy's already done very well financially, but still was able to come on board with what we saw and was able to take that intent exit to what he's able to do. So I'm gonna have him not only share his perspective of all the membership that he was able to use, but also close us out to figure out if this might be a good move for you. So big bro, since you're on the line, could you do me a favor, close us out and go ahead and help and just finish all the work. How about that part?
Man, listen, that is a tall order. Chuck Hardon, a bad man, y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all gotta understand, you might have a really good brother, but your brother ain't better than my brother. And here's the exciting thing about what we do. Think about it in this context. We actually get to choose the people that we work with. Mm-hmm. And I mean, as much money as we made, as many things as we've been able to save and grow, there's nothing better than building a legacy with someone that shares your last name. But so before I say anything about the rest of this, y'all give it up for my baby brother, man.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Hollywood.
Yes, Mr. Hollywood Hardon.
Because I mean, at this point, it's not even really required for me to close out, other than they just ask you some basic questions. How many people on this line wanted to be wealthy growing up? Mm-hmm. And how many of you figured out that the things that we were taught didn't end up with that result? Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing, that if you think about everything that Chuck has talked about during this conversation about making money, saving money, and growing money, is the fundamental thing that has to change for anything to change is what we put into our heads and the people we surround ourselves with. Mm-hmm. You surround yourself with 5 broke, negative people, guess what? You're number 6. But if you put yourself in the company and the conversation with people that are working on their cash flow, that are making sure that the government and the banks don't continue to get wealthy off of our labor, that's when you put yourself in that different category. So by all means, think about this. From just the saving portion of this membership, saving $1,200 a month from my paycheck, which I was then able to use to pay off $50,000 in credit cards, pay off a rental house, turn that into positive cash flow, and then be in a position to invest without the mistakes and headaches. Because that growth piece that Dana talked about, people really underestimate that you got to be in a position where we make that makeover. Like Chuck talked about the home and garden shows where before the house was broke, busted, and disgusted. Imagine yourself on the other side with money that comes whether you wake up or not. Y'all know those text messages come every day at 5, regardless of what you're doing, except here they come at 2. But the second part is the education, just learning. Because here's the thing that most people don't take into consideration. Everything that we learn about taxes and the banks, we learned from the tax collector and the banker. Mm-hmm. They taught us to give them their money without even telling us that was what was going on. When you filled out your W-4, how many of you read the instructions and just put what they put on there without thinking about the impact that had on your take-home pay?
Yeah, I did.
How many of you, when you put your money in the bank, they made you fill out the application like they were doing you a favor? But then in reality, they took your money, they loaned it out, they made the profit and put us in a position where if we wanted to get our money from the bank, we had it in. We had to qualify.
Wow.
But after this conversation, you now know you can save in all 4 categories. You can now make money from wherever you are in your footy pajamas with people that you choose, and you can grow your money and invest in real estate without having to figure it all out first. That's a win-win for everybody. But now here's the thing. Chuck gave y'all that. There's one gift that you have available that we didn't. For everybody on this line that I know making the money on the screens, it was $228. But for our cash flow experience, for just this next 4 or 5 days, we'll give you a cash flow credit of an extra $99 off. What costs us $228 to have access to? Take that $228 right now, it's $129 to get all the savings, all the access, and all the privileges. So the only decision you really have to make at this point is what number that best describes you. You're number 2 or number 1. Number 2 is $79 a month to have access to the experts to save money only, but there's no additional compensation there. But if you're like me, like Chuck, like Dane, like any of the folks that you've heard from, and you want to generate some additional income, number 1 at $228 was a steal. At $129 is just brain dead. I don't even have to think about it. I'm ready to save, I'm ready to make, I'm ready to grow, I'm ready to experience that cash flow and income transformation, get access to the experts and all 10 streams of income. It's the ultimate win-win. As a matter of fact, a decision not to make a decision is the only way you lose at this point. That way the banks and the IRS keep the rich get to keep getting richer, and we get to stay where we are. So with that, Chuck, I'm gonna turn it back over just so that people know the sequence of events coming up the rest of the time. But in all the years that we've been doing this, I've only seen 3 reasons a person didn't do it. They didn't understand it, they didn't believe it, or they didn't have the money. Now, the reality, I'm gonna take care of those 3 things, and then me and Nikki are going for tasty beverages and probably PF Chang's. I think that's what's happening today. If you don't understand it, just understand this. We did not understand our jobs day 1, yes or yes.
Yes.
But did we stick around long enough to get a check? So there are people that, regardless of how many people we bring before them, with the results that the experts have proven to produce, they still don't believe it. You don't have to believe us. All you got to do is believe what comes home. There's a difference between a gross pay and a net pay. And if that net makes you feel gross, experts could help that be better. And the last one, if you don't have the money, if $129 is a problem for you financially right now, let's get together, let's link arms, let's learn and make sure that that's never a testimony we have to make out loud again. Because here's what happens for all of us. Once we get the right money in the right hands, we get to start asking different questions. We're no longer asking, what can we do about education? What can we do about healthcare? What can we do about housing? You get 1,000 debt-free millionaires. That's $1 billion. What can't we do?
Okay.
We're gonna get out of here.
There it is. So just so you guys know, we will be having that 99 cash flow credit is not just for you. What our founder is doing is he's giving us an opportunity to bless a whole lot of people. So what we can do is accelerate your pace of creating that financial success is getting you started today, but let's identify about 5 or 6 people that we can help get started with that same credit. We're gonna have this same conversation tomorrow at 7 p.m. You can invite guests, get back with the person to put you on the line tonight, shoot them a text with the number 1, just so they can help you get started tonight. Then they can also help you with our conversation for just inviting people to the webinar. We can tell you exactly what to say. We're gonna tell you exactly what the text message to send. You don't have to make this up, but put people on the line tomorrow so they can get the same blessing that you got. Because my mentor taught me a blessing ain't a blessing unless you can give it away. And this is one of the things you can give away, right? So we're gonna be right back here on tomorrow, 7 p.m., same bat station, same bat time. But all my bottles on the line, I want to thank you guys for jumping on. My name is Chuck Hardon. I'm Bernie and Richard's bouncing baby boy, and it has been a plum-pleasing pleasure. It was a privilege to share with you guys this evening. We look forward to seeing you guys on the beaches of the world, to seeing you at the bank, whichever one come first. Talk to y'all soon.
Thank you.
A-Town down. Awesome.
Great call, Mr. Hardon.
Great call, Hollywood.
Awesome. I see a question.
Thank you. Thank
Awesome
you.
call. Thank you, Mr. Hollywood.
There we go. Okay.
Awesome testimonies.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Excellent, excellent. All right, good night, everybody. But quick question, right, Chuck? If I may, right?
Go right
can I get
ahead.
access
That's
to
what we
the,
here
to
for.
the replay? I need to get this replay. Could I get the